man's trash
This is perfect.
is another man's wood-powered Jeep gasifier.
Brainstormers, premiering Sunday, March 22nd, only on the Weather Channel.
Good morning at 29 minutes after the hour. Good morning, Minneapolis. Got a wind chill advisory, Minneapolis, this morning in effect for early Wednesday morning. Our lows could dip to 5 below. Now, wind gusts are going to be 25 miles an hour, so factor in the whole idea of wind chill. And Minneapolis, you've got what your picture is during the day today. Hey, good morning, Detroit. We're on the start of a really long, cold stretch for us in Detroit. Going to be lucky if temperatures hit the 20s at all this week. We'll be about 15 to 30 degrees below our normal marks until we get into the weekend. And you know, Detroit, it's normally cold this time of year. So if we're saying 20 to 30 degrees below Detroit's normal temperatures, America, think about that for these temperatures. The entire eastern half of the nation is going to be dealing with this shot of brutally cold air. Now, all morning long, we've been asking you to send us the pictures. You know, if you're the first one out this morning, do everybody else a favor. Give them a heads up for what it's like out there. We'll throw it up on the Weather Channel no matter where you are, whether you're in Tennessee, Texas this morning, Chicagoland, all the way into New York State. We'll show you some pictures out of Virginia this morning. They got about 3 to 5 inches of snow and sleet with some ice. We can show it to you for anyone who's headed out the door there because you sent us the picture in. Got a few more in this morning as well. And throughout the morning, we're going to be looking at the pictures that you showed us. Hey, what is that? Is that a poodle in the snow? And you know what? There's no better way to get to Rick Adams than that. I'll just say poodle in the snow, Rick Adams. And if anyone can take that as a toss, our Rick Adams can. Good morning, Rick.
Oh, thank you for stroking me. That's very nice of you. Thank you. Thank you very much for that, Sam. I'll take that. Here we are, of course, in Old Town Alexandria. And the local airports in this region are not setting any records for delays, thankfully, today, but actually for temperatures last night. 6 degrees in Dallas and 5 degrees in Baltimore, Washington. So pretty cold. But from people traveling far on planes to having to walk just a few blocks to their offices. This morning, we've got Zach and Carmen, a beautiful couple here this morning. Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
So, Zach, how far do you have to go for work?
I ride a bike to work, and I can do it in about 5 minutes.
And that's just round the corner, literally?
Yep, just down the corner, just a couple blocks away. Today I'll have to walk. I don't think it'll be good for biking. But
not too far away, Carmen. You're very close as well. Now, you live in a house, one of these old houses here, and I have to apologise, probably some generation of my family built them for you. They're not so good, the housing here, right?
No, it's beautiful. I love it, but it is very drafty and cold.
So when it gets a bit of snow up, like we've got now, you guys are in little ice boxes.
Yes, it's just building up and getting colder and colder every night, and
okay.
Hopefully it'll break soon.
We have space heaters.
But you're wearing snow pants. How's it working out? They're brand new pants.
Snow pants are the key to keeping warm and keeping dry, so it works excellently.
There you are. There you have it, Sam. I hope that you're wearing your snow pants, and I hope the poodle is behaving himself or herself.
I am indeed wearing pants, and they are indeed snow pants. All right, Rick Adams, thank you very much. I really and truly, I've got 3 layers on pants, 3 layers of coat, and this morning, again, we're still hovering around 17 degrees here in the D.C. area. Your pictures from New Jersey. Let's get everybody up and running in New Jersey this morning and show you what your conditions are like. I'm going to get my face into the screen here so I can see what you've sent us. Let's see, to the Weather Channel, Franklin County, North Carolina in there. We also have a shot right there. This is from New Jersey. Is that a Newfoundland? Is that a dog? It looks like a mountain range from what I can see back here. It's huge. All right, well, it loves the snow, and it's got plenty of snow to work with right there. Okay, Reagan Medji is in New York this morning. And Reagan, one of the stories that we've been following for the past couple of days, the brutally cold air that'll come through Octavia or after Octavia. You'll get another clip of snow today, but Reagan, get these people ready for those temperatures because it means business.
Yeah, and you know what? They're actually getting me ready as well because they keep saying, oh, I'm still bundled up. Well, we're at Bryant Park, right outside of Bryant Park on 42nd Street and 6th Avenue, a place that Sam Champion absolutely loves and adores. Let's look at the road conditions. You can see that things have gotten progressively better as we've been on the air since 7 o'clock in the morning here. But let's look at the ground here. This is what it looks like where people aren't walking. Then you look at where they are walking. There was a big kind of duster that came through, some kind of equipment that kind of removed all of the snow snow. But now here's some treated roads, and this is a high commute area for all the people who are going to work and where they have to be. And I do want to make mention about 2,200 pieces of equipment from the Department of Sanitation is out right now trying to clear all of this white stuff. And we talked to somebody who had to walk through all of this early this morning to get to work.
A little bit slow. Everything is a couple of minutes late. Even the PATH trains are a minute late, but it's all right. It's just very slippery, and I'm tired of it.
Okay, so we're walking through Bryant Park right now, and you can see that there's a snow blower back this way, and you're talking about how cold things are. And I'm going to try to see if I can go around these people here just to show you exactly. This is what live TV is all about. We can come up this way. You can see some ice skating here, and there's likely a tour going on. But the really, really awesome part about all of this is that it has been so cold that the fountain here in Bryant Park has frozen over. So I'm really getting my cardio out. But this is like what it looks like. You can see the buildings behind us. The snow is still falling. Take a look at this. And this is what people are going to be working on, the Bryant Park workers here, trying to chip away all of that ice. I do want to make mention, although I'm tossing up to Jim Cantore, the New York City Department of Sanitation had 2 ice snow melters that were up in New York, up in Boston from New York, getting rid of all the snow. They're headed back to New York this afternoon, and it was twittered that Boston is strong. New York is there for you. So back to you, Jim.
One of the few times Boston and New York get along. But you know what? I'm telling you right now, come opening day of baseball season, it's over, Reagan. There's no more ice melters going anywhere. Everybody's staying pat until the end of the baseball season. We can hear some aircraft in the sky, that's for sure. But what we don't have yet is snowflakes coming down. I can see the sky certainly dark to our south. Still a little bit of the sun coming out. Probably some snow falling through the layer. And as Niz is telling us about, wet bulbing it, saturating it before it comes to the ground. That's what we're looking at. And, we've been talking so much about Boston and New York. Sometimes we forget about the little peeps. So let's give everybody else a little love here. Let me show you who's really gotten smoked this winter in terms of snowfall. I mean, check this out. You can see it. I'm going to walk over so I can get an exact reading here. Marquette, Michigan leading the way with 150 inches there. Sault Ste. Marie, 145. Worcester at 105 and counting, by the way. Bangor, 100.5. And Caribou at 96.9. As you know, we're up around 90 here in Boston. They take the number 7 spot. Just before that, Buffalo coming in at number 6. All right, Jen, Octavia produced a wide swath of snow, sleet and freezing rain. Who got the bonus snow with Octavia?
You know, it looks like parts of Tennessee actually picked up the most snowfall. Some of the areas there picked up 13 inches of snowfall. Nothing in comparison to what you guys have been getting in Boston, but Octavia, pretty impressive indeed. And still, we are tracking that as we show you what's going on. Octavia making its way over towards the northeast. It'll eventually will be departing. New York City dropping some snow there, a couple inches, but we'll get some snow around through noontime. And then after that, we'll dry things out. And then notice the sky is going to clear out a bit. Now, we look at the radar right now. You can see lighter snow for areas including 495, 278, as well as parts of Long Island. We widen up the view. Western parts of New York looking good. The same for areas like Pennsylvania. But notice we continue to see that system actually pulling away from the coast. But we're going to time this out for you. And we look at 9 a.m. There's the snow there. The same for Boston. Again, we're still looking at potentially some of that ocean effect setting up there. For D.C., your sunshine comes out. It doesn't do much to your temperatures. But notice 29 degrees by about 5 o'clock. And then notice for areas including parts of New England, we're really going to be seeing that snow finally tapering off there. Nothing too impressive. But when you're looking at snow after all you've had in Boston, you're saying no more. All right, for 9 a.m., we're looking at temperatures starting off in the teens. And then notice we'll see 18 degrees by 9 o'clock. But the good news is no snow coming out of the sky by 9 o'clock at night. Sam, we'll send it right back over to you.
All right, Jen, everybody has seen this. You pretty much have to be on Pluto to have not seen the video of Jim Cantore reacting to thundersnow. And you think that that's the best reaction you've ever seen to thundersnow. Oh, no, 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 no. We're going to show you a reaction to thundersnow and a reaction to Jim Cantore's reaction that'll make your day.
That's a Kilfer! Kilfer, baby! Oh,
Currently in our area, 75 degrees under partly cloudy skies. Today, sun and clouds mixed. A stray shower or thunderstorm is possible. High 85. Tonight, late night thunderstorms. Low 64. Chance of rain 60%. Wednesday, chance of a morning shower. Morning clouds will give way to sunshine for the afternoon. High 68. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Robitussin has a unique dual-action liquid that instantly soothes your throat and delivers fast, powerful cough relief. Control your cough with Robitussin.
Cofequince number 5, the sleepless night. Sorry. Robitussin DM Max Nighttime's dual-action liquid instantly soothes your throat and delivers fast, powerful cough relief. Robitussin, don't suffer the Cofequinces.
Robitussin has a dual-action liquid that soothes your throat and relieves your cough.
Don't miss Founders Days at Pep Boys, where you can get 1921 prices on items store-wide, like a Torin 2-ton floor jack, just $19.21. And when you buy 3 select tires, you get the 4th one free instantly. Trust the boys to get you there.
Ring, ring.
Progresso.
It's okay that your soup tastes like my homemade.
It's our slow-simmered vegetables and tender white meat chicken.
Apology accepted. I'm watching you, soup people.
Make it Progresso or make it yourself.
Andrew, Rita, Sandy. Meet Chris, Jackie, Joe. Minor damage or major disaster. When you need us most, we're there. State Farm. We're a force of nature, too.
Home, Dad.
Thanks, buddy.
Does he know what he's doing?
He knows what he's doing.
Ready, Star Command. Prepare for launch.
This should be good.
To infinity!
We all have a Disney side.
Everyone in the car, let's go get them.
And the best place to show it is Disney Parks. So come to the place where the entire family can laugh, let loose, and play together. Disney Parks. Come on, it's time to show your Disney side.
This is me. This is me 10 years ago, 50 pounds ago. I was overweight for a really long time, and now I'm not.
I'm a Weight Watchers coach. All of us have lost weight with Weight Watchers and are now helping other people do the same.
You can log into your computer or your phone at any time, and you can chat with me.
We understand. We've been there. We're still going through it. You're not alone. And you can do it. You can definitely do this. I know you can do it because I did it. Let's get you feeling awesome.
Join for free and lose 10 pounds on us.
Traditionally, Tuesday is pork chop night. But when I take 4 pork chops and sprinkle on a packet of Hidden Valley Ranch, I get something that's anything but traditional. Ranch pork chops.
Hidden Valley it.
Don't let a severe cold hold you back. Theraflu medicine breaks you free from your worst cold and flu symptoms. It has the power of 3 medicines to take on your worst pain and fever, cough, and nasal congestion.
Okay, guys, it's getting late. You gotta hit the road.
Millions of people count on the Weather Channel.
Good morning, guys. Let's get the live shot set up.
That's why the Weather Channel counts on Theraflu products. Theraflu, serious power.
Looks like the Garcias got a new car.
What'd they get?
I don't know.
Sure doesn't look like a Buick.
Buick.
I'm outside. Where are you? I'm right here. I'm in the Buick. I don't see a Buick.
Take a fresh look at Buick. It just might surprise you.
That's not a Buick. That's what I told him. Wow.
This is nice.
Oh, my.
Now during the Buick President's Day event, get $5,000 total cash back on select Buick sedans in stock the longest.
Good morning. Welcome back to AMHQ. Just about 20 minutes before the top of the hour, I'm Ana Reyes Rodriguez, live in Music City, Tennessee, traveling with the Toyota Mobile Weather Fleet. We're all hooked up to show you just how cold it is right now in Tennessee. You're seeing in Middle Tennessee some of the coldest air you've seen all season, 16 degrees, but it feels more like 10, and the forecast calls for bitterly cold temperatures. Look at that throughout the day. Look at that hourly. We're not going to get above freezing, and when we have these temperatures following one of the most significant ice storms in the last 2 decades, it means that we're not going to see a lot of melting, and whatever melts today because of the sun is going to refreeze overnight. So if you don't need to make any unnecessary trips, don't do so. Stay home, stay safe. City officials are asking you to do so. Schools are closed and public transit is not even running. When it comes to the wider scope of Octavia, let's give you some of the headlines. Just south of me in Nashville, a tragic story. A mother and a son who stopped to help with an icy crash on Interstate 95 were struck and killed by a semi-truck. In Octavia, cutting power to nearly 300,000 customers across 5 southern states at this hour. Schools from the south to the northeast are closed today. That includes Nashville, Knoxville, Charlotte, Raleigh, Durham, Philadelphia, and Washington. Sam, this continues to be a developing situation, but for now, dangerous and icy roads here in Middle Tennessee. Back to you.
All right, Ana Reyes, we've had some incredibly informative moments on the show this morning and some wonderful moments on the show, but gather up next to the TV set because I guarantee you nothing will top this. If you've seen it, you'll want to see it again. If you've only heard about it, watch this.
Oh, yes! 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 We got it, baby! We got it! We got it! Woo! Woo! We got it! Yes!
That is our Jim Cantore, of course, and his littlest fan going nuts, both of them over Thunder Snow, but the littlest fan may be going nuts over Jim going nuts. It's a television moment that we cannot get enough of, and America can't either. You can't even count how many times this video has been shared or viewed, because it's been shared and viewed by everybody, split all across the world. All right, so let's talk to the folks who are responsible for the right-hand side of the split screen there. That's Brad and Liesl Fink joining us live by Skype this morning, and that's little Kennison, I think, was the one doing the dance, right? Am I right, Brad, Liesl?
Yep. Yes, you are correct.
All right, now tell me, what is it that makes this so incredibly marvelous to Kennison? Is he like a weather baby right now, or is it Jim's voice that just gets him to dance?
I think it's both. She definitely watches the Weather Channel. Brad is in crop insurance, so we have it on all of the time, but definitely his enthusiasm sparked an interest with her for sure.
Well, he's incredibly adorable. I mean, it's unbelievable to watch him. And it's good to know that he grows up watching the Weather Channel and is totally prepared. Let's get Jim Cantore in the action here, because he's the one responsible for making Kennison dance.
Thanks.
Yeah, so that was unbelievable to see that. You know, it's one thing seeing the whole thing over again, the screaming and yelling, but then to have little Kennison, guys, that made my day. That was the best birthday present that I could have actually asked for. So Brad and Liesl, I mean, take me back here. You were watching the Weather Channel all morning, and that just happened to come on, and did Kennison just get up and start jumping around, or what?
Yeah, we were just wrapping up breakfast, had the Weather Channel on and doing dishes, and your video came on, and she started going crazy, and we kept rewinding for her time and time again, and she just loved it.
She hasn't stopped since. She loved it.
So do you think you have a young aspiring meteorologist right there, and once she can actually talk, she may tell you that, right?
Oh, we would love that. We love the weather. Yes, we hope so.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, guys. We appreciate that. Thanks for talking to us this morning. Again, the Fink family from Topeka, Kansas. It's all part of #MyWeather, guys. And let's check out the forecast for Topeka. As a matter of fact, a few flurries today, 30 degrees, gets chilly tonight. About 9, then we warm up with sunny skies, though, to about 24 degrees tomorrow. So some warmer temperatures. And I'll tell you, that's just the icing on the cake to have the little ones dancing because of Thunder Snow. It's infectious. It's infectious. AMHQ, the Niz, coming up next.
Started my Camry. Remembered the choices I'd made. To be bold where others are scared. To show her right from wrong. And realized my little girl had become an amazing human being. Who will make choices of her own. Toyota. Let's go places.
Weather invention.
Wow, anybody else surprised it actually worked?
Mother Nature can absolutely change people.
I'm ready to get out of here and create a new track.
This is a tornado emergency.
It was hard to believe weather could do that.
Never seen anything like this in my life.
Currently in our area, 75 degrees under partly cloudy skies. Today, sun and clouds mixed. A stray shower or thunderstorm is possible. High 85. Tonight, late night thunderstorms. Low 64. Chance of rain 60%. Wednesday, chance of a morning shower. Morning clouds will give way to sunshine for the afternoon. High 68. Here's our 7-day outlook.
This game day, fun harder with Totino's Pizza Rolls and Blasted Crust Rolls.
Coffequince number 5, the sleepless night. Sorry. Robitussin DM Max Nighttime's dual-action liquid instantly soothes your throat and delivers fast, powerful cough relief. Robitussin, don't suffer the Coffequences.
Americans. 57% of us try to exercise regularly. 83% try to eat healthy. Yet up to 90% of us fall short in getting key nutrients from food alone. Let's do more together. Add one a day, complete with key nutrients we may need. Plus, for women, physical energy support with B vitamins. And for men, it helps support healthy blood pressure with vitamin D and magnesium. Take one a day multivitamins.
Good job. Still running in the morning?
Yeah,
Getting your vegetables every day?
when I can.
Could have had a V8. 2 full servings of vegetables for only 50 delicious calories.
Hello?
Hey, I noticed your car's not in the driveway.
Yeah, it's in the shop. It's gonna cost me an arm and a leg.
That's hilarious.
Sorry.
Should have taken it to Midas. Get some of that Midas touch. He'll tell you what stuff needs fixing and what stuff can wait.
All right. Next time, going to Midas.
High five.
Want to see more? Just voice search Festival Collective on your X1 remote app to find current films. Or go to On Demand to find Film Festival Collective under Get Local.
I'm Robin.
And I'm Chris. And according to Mama, we're brothers.
Clearly. At a firehouse table just like this, we learned about the tradition of great food and lots of it.
From the start, every firehouse sub has honored our firefighter roots.
That's right. Take the hook and ladder sub, loaded with turkey, honey ham, Monterey Jack, steam heated. It's the sub that started the fire.
And now, the light version. Only $5.49, just 450 calories. Perfect for you, Robin.
Why are you looking at me?
Firehouse Subs, founded by firemen.
And shipping is always free.
Visit DealDash.com and start bidding today.
This March,
one man's trash
did the work.
is another man's totally awesome beer can space heater.
Hi. Brainstormers, premiering Sunday, March 22nd, only on the Weather Channel.
Welcome back to AMHQ. We're here in the lab and we're talking about cold air that's locked in across the eastern U.S. and there's more Arctic air to come. Let's take a quick look here at our infrared satellite imagery across the United States. This sensor on the satellite actually shows the temperatures of cloud tops that you can see moving here. But where we have clear skies across Canada in here, you're actually seeing the temperature of the ground here right now. Temperatures well below the freezing mark. That is going to be moving down across the U.S. over the next 24 to 36 hours. As it does, it's going to develop another area of snowfall. That's going to get in across the Ohio Valley here as we get into Wednesday morning for the rush hour. And then this little area of snow, it's not going to produce a lot, but as it gets into New England here, it's going to intensify when it hits the Gulf Stream waters here again and probably put down several inches of snow across down East Maine. So take a look at this. This is the snowfall through Friday. A large portion of Maine covered by another 5 to 8 inches of some very fluffy snow in those cold temperatures. In Portland, snow on Wednesday with a high of 28, and on Thursday still going to see some snow shower activity. That cold air locked in across New England. And take a look now for the entire eastern United States as we go into tomorrow. Cold air actually coming all the way out of the North Pole down across the eastern U.S., and that builds in for the latter part of the week. All of these black dots on Thursday are where we're likely going to see record low temperatures for that date for February 19th. Take a look at Raleigh. On Wednesday, overnight Wednesday night, down to 8 degrees. Thursday night into Friday morning, they actually get down to 0 here in Raleigh. I'm very concerned about this because of areas that have power outages now from the ice storm. We could see some issues with people who use electric heat, so hopefully they get that power back quickly. Going into the weekend, the next system begins to take shape here. This is going to produce a wide swath of wintry weather from the Midwest over to the Atlantic coast here. So guys, stay tuned because we're already painting a picture for additional wintry weather across the U.S. as we go into the weekend. We'll continue to update you as we get closer to the event. Sam, I'll send it back over to you.
All right, Tom, it looks like even more for the south with ice and snow. Hey, we have not forgotten that it is Fat Tuesday. And in New Orleans, they're celebrating even though the temperature dropped 20 degrees from yesterday. Our Jay Gray is hanging over the balcony somewhere. Hey, Jay.
Hey there, good morning, Sam. Happy Mardi Gras to you. I want to show you something you rarely get a chance to see. Take a look down Bourbon Street right now. This is as empty, as quiet, and no doubt as clean as you're going to see Bourbon Street over the next 24 hours or so. They've cleaned things up after Lundi Gras yesterday, getting ready for the end of the carnival and Mardi Gras here today. The parade's rolling this morning, and then tens of thousands making their way back into the French Quarter for the big party here. They'll do so despite some rain. We've had some rain throughout the last day and a half here. Temperatures much cooler than you would expect. Wind chills still in the 20s. That's not going to slow things down, though, in New Orleans. Certainly won't put a damper on Mardi Gras. For most out here, they won't care about the rain or the cold temperatures. Then there's a pretty large group, I think, that frankly, Sam, won't even know if it's cold or raining. Mardi Gras, a huge success again this year. A lot of people here and a lot of people ready to have a good time. That is the latest from here in the French Quarter. I'm Jay Gray. Sam, back to you.
Jay Gray with the best bead collection on morning television. All right, here's your forecast. Mostly cloudy. A high reaches 49 today around 5 p.m. today. It'll take some time to get any kind of warmth going on. Some winds gusting to about 13 miles an hour. Sunny and warmer tomorrow even with a high of 59 degrees. Hey, if you were watching AMHQ yesterday, you saw us, Jim and I, go car to car with a conversation. Now, this is something that we have just been trying out, the LiveView Smart Grip, which allows us to go live like this. If you take the camera right now, what you're looking at is a group of skiers that are right there by us out here just in front of the Capitol. We're actually going to talk to them later on this morning, and I could turn that camera just like that. Jim, it was pretty awesome. I think that people at home didn't realize just how cool it was that we were going car to car on the show live.
Well, and you know what, Sam? Yesterday that was a first for that, but now you have a first with that handheld thing that you've got, that little contraption. So that's pretty cool, buddy. New toys.
Yeah, it's something that, that we'll be able to use a lot of in storm coverage. We'll be able to have a lot of crews fanning out. Of course, we'll always have our main crews with a satellite truck so we can keep the signals used and up. Have an amazing
Have a good day, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow morning on AMHQ.
Take care, buddy.
Currently in our area, 76 degrees under partly cloudy skies. Today, sun and clouds mixed. A stray shower or thunderstorm is possible. High 85. Tonight, late night thunderstorms. Low 64. Chance of rain 60%. Wednesday, chance of a morning shower. Morning clouds will give way to sunshine for the afternoon. High 68. Here's our 7-day outlook.
This is Weather Center Live. It is cold, and thank you for joining us today. I'm Chris Warren.
And I'm Samantha Moore. It has been a cold start to 2015 and is going to get even colder.
In fact, the big number today is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, all the way down to 100. 100 is the big number because that's the number we're looking at. More than 100 cities will have record lows by the end of this week.
That's a whole lot of people involved
big area
here.
Too,
that is a lot of real estate, and that is on the heels of our latest winter storm, Octavia.
And right now, take a look at some of the pictures from now frozen south and mid-Atlantic. This after Winter Storm Octavia. Looking at some of the video right now, it was snow, it was ice, and you walk outside now and you're going to feel that cold.
Oh, absolutely. It is bone chilling, and the folks having to be careful as they head out the door. Here's the latest from Winter Storm Octavia. A little more than 299,000 people are without power in the south and the mid-Atlantic. Charlotte Douglas International Airport has had the most cancellations, 339, followed by Reagan National and LaGuardia.
Right now, Washington, D.C. under a snow emergency. Schools and federal offices are closed and bracing now for another Arctic blast this week. And Mike Bettis is here with the preview.
That's right, guys. Hey, coming up, we're going to talk about that cold air. It's even invaded the southern cities. Well, there's one southern city home to millions that won't go above freezing for nearly a week. We'll tell you about that all coming up here in just a bit.
All right, thanks, Mike. And we do have live crews out today covering the aftermath of Octavia. Many places dealing with impacts from this winter storm right now.
And we're going to start with Jen Carfagno in Charlotte, where the roads are getting better, but the threat of ice could still return tonight. Right, Jen?
Well, that's exactly right. And, you know, Mike talked about that one southern city not getting above freezing this week. It's not us, because we are going to watch our temperatures get above freezing in Charlotte this afternoon. The problem is the ice that we have out here this morning, and temperatures are still below freezing, if not still in the 20s across most of town. So let me just lay the land of what we are dealing with out here. I am at Marshall Park near Uptown in Charlotte, and behind me we've got a fountain that did not freeze. It didn't get that cold, but what froze was everything else. Literally, look at this. I cannot hardly walk without doing the old penguin shuffle anywhere here on the sidewalks, on the parking lot, on any roads that haven't been treated. And in Uptown and Midtown Charlotte, they have been coming through with the road crews now and getting those roads treated. But side streets have not, and neighborhoods and secondary roadways have not, and those are going to be the problem spots. This is what we've been dealing with here. If you guys can see this ice accretion on the trees, we've had no melting of it all morning long. I picked this off a tree about a half hour ago, or excuse me, 3 hours ago, and there's been no melting of it. And Chris, that's the problem, is that we've stayed so cold, and that's why we are dealing with such a sort of icy, iced over start to the day here, Chris.
And Jen, hang tight there. We want to take a look at what's going on right now with this storm, the latest and now the last of Octavia, Jen, as we look at this. And North Carolina, not a whole lot happening at this moment, but we are going to watch the snow and the ice that we did see throughout parts of the South and Mid-Atlantic pick up once again. Boston. That's right. We're looking at you. The snow coming down right now across Rhode Island and across eastern Mass. And as we go through the day, here it is, midday, early afternoon. There it is, Boston. Late afternoon, if you leave work early, you're going to be in that snow. But Jen, when it's all said and done, looking about maybe another inch or so in Boston. That's really going to be the whole deal there. But like you're dealing with there, still many spots have to just deal with the snow that's on the ground, because it's going to be around, the snow or the ice.
Yeah, putting on some ice skates out here today might be a good idea on your driveway, because that's what you can do for all the kids who are off school today. Kids are out of school, as you would expect here in Charlotte and Mecklenburg County, also Union County are closed for today. Across the entire state, pretty much, we're dealing with this. Colleges, too. A lot of them were going to start late at about 11 or 12 o'clock today, and they've decided to close for the day. The roads are that bad. Chris, the concern is that we get melting this afternoon, and then it gets down to freezing again tonight, and we could be dealing with black ice again tomorrow morning, and that'll be another issue for travel.
Thank you very much, Jen Carfagno. And Jen, we do know also that cold is going to be a big issue for a huge chunk of the United States, and it's going to last for days and days. Let's go to Samantha Moore and Mike Bettis right now with a look at the dangerous temperatures, guys.
Yeah, Chris, we were talking over 100 cities likely to see record lows. So that's almost a third of the nation.
It's ridiculous when you think about it. And I think it's really the length of how long it's going to stay cold for so many cities. It's really going to be the kicker. I mean, for a lot of people, we haven't had much of a winter so far, especially across the South. But look at the origins of this cold air, Samantha. It comes all the way from the North Pole and really dives all the way into the South. This is a look at 850 millibar temperatures, really good indication of what you eventually end up seeing down at the surface. But look at that cold regime of air. It's all the pinks and the blues. Chilly temperatures for us today in D.C. will be just 32. In St. Louis, just 26 degrees for us here. And it just doesn't stop there. It looks like for the next several days, we stay in that pattern. I mean, look at these numbers. I mean, the Midwest, we're talking single digits. St. Louis, 13 degrees tomorrow for a high. That's it. D.C., Atlanta, it's cool. I mean, it's not uncomfortable necessarily, but it just stays like this day after day after day. And after a while, you're just thinking, gosh, give me a break. Is there somewhere along the line where it's finally going to break out for us? Friday, no. Saturday, maybe finally some hope. Hello, St. Louis. Yay! We're up above freezing. 38 degrees, 33 for us in D.C. So maybe there's some light at the end of the tunnel. I'm going to show you a couple cities here. So Nashville. The last time we were above freezing, Samantha, was Valentine's Day.
Oh, my gosh.
It was 2 days, 18 hours ago. To be exact.
They're ready to fall out in the Music City.
They are, right? Now take a look at this forecast. This forecast is high temperature, doesn't go above freezing until this weekend. So our stretch now for Nashville will end up being, what's the total this week? We'll go 6 days, 4 hours below freezing. That's the longest stretch of that colder weather this decade.
That is just
Nashville.
incredible.
So the numbers don't lie. It's cold.
They will be ready to say TGIF.
They will, for sure.
Chris, back to you.
And with the widespread cold and icy conditions across the Mid-Atlantic, guys, this is a real danger. Coming up, what you don't know about this video, what we're going to share with you, and how quickly it could have turned deadly. And today is another milestone day for Boston, again, as it climbs the ladder of snowiest seasons ever. Weather Center Live, we'll be back.
My feet felt so heavy at the end of the day.
They used to get really tired.
Until I started gelling.
I got Dr. Scholl's massaging gel insoles.
When they're in my shoes, my feet and legs feel less tired.
It's like walking on a wave.
Dr. Scholl's massaging gel insoles.
I'm a believer.
At Intel, they have technology that lets your face be your password. Oh, that is one secure password.
Intel. This is where it all changes.
Jane's wearing Martha Washington's inaugural gown to prove you can wear anything while pouring our thicker formula bleach. Freedom from splashing. Revolutionary whitening. The liberating line of Clorox splashless bleach.
LegalZoom has helped start over 1 million businesses. If you have a business idea, we have a personalized legal solution that's right for you. With easy step-by-step guidance, we're here to help you turn your dream into a reality. Start your business today with LegalZoom.
You can't predict the market, but at T. Rowe Price, we've helped guide our clients through good times and bad. Our experienced investment professionals are one reason over 85% of our mutual funds beat their 10-year Lipper averages. So in a variety of markets, we can help you feel confident. Request a prospectus or summary prospectus with investment information, risks, fees, and expenses to read and consider carefully before investing. Call us or your advisor. T. Rowe Price. Invest with confidence.
Discover Card
Hey, I heard you guys can help me with frog protection.
Sure, we help with fraud protection. If there are unauthorized purchases on your Discover card, you're never held responsible.
You are saying frog protection.
Fraud.
Frog.
Fraud.
I think we're on the same page.
At Discover, we treat you like you'd treat you. Fraud protection. Get it at discover.com.
But I'm telling you, the winds have really picked up and through here. And there's another one. That's you gotta be kidding me. Wow. You can have your $500 million jackpot in Powerball or whatever the heck it was, but I'll take this, baby.
Currently in our area, 76 degrees under partly cloudy skies. Today, sun and clouds mixed. A stray shower or thunderstorm is possible. High 85. Tonight, late night thunderstorms. Low 64. Chance of rain 60%. Wednesday, chance of a morning shower. Morning clouds will give way to sunshine for the afternoon. High 68. Here's our 7-day outlook.
This March, one man's trash. This is perfect. Is another man's wood-powered Jeep gasifier.
Brainstormers, premiering Sunday, March 22nd, only on the Weather Channel.
Robitussin has a unique dual-action liquid that instantly soothes your throat and delivers fast, powerful cough relief. Control your cough with Robitussin.
Cofequince number 5, the sleepless night. Sorry. Robitussin DM Max Nighttime's dual-action liquid instantly soothes your throat and delivers fast, powerful cough relief. Robitussin, don't suffer the Cofequinces.
Robitussin has a dual-action liquid that soothes your throat and relieves your cough.
When heartburn comes creeping up on you, fight back with Relief So Smooth. It's fast. Tums Smoothie starts dissolving the instant it touches your tongue and neutralizes stomach acid at the source. Smoothies, only from Tums.
Good job. Still running in the morning?
Yeah,
Getting your vegetables every day?
when I can.
Could have had a V8. 2 full servings of vegetables for only 50 delicious calories.
Well, sir, after some serious consideration, I'd like to put in my 15-year notice.
You're quitting?
Technically retiring, sir. With a little help from my State Farm agent, I plan to retire in 15 years.
Wow, you're totally blindsiding me here. Who's going to manage your accounts? This is a devastating blow I was not prepared for.
Well, I'm going to finish packing my things. 15 years will really sneak up on you.
Jennifer will do your exit interview, and Adam made you a cake.
Red velvet.
Oh, thank you.
I made this.
Take charge of your retirement. Talk to a State Farm agent today.
We have some amazing pictures to show you this morning in New Jersey as this snowplow ends up in a sinkhole. Just look at that. I don't know how you get a snowplow out of such a huge sinkhole like this. And boy, all the ice and snow surrounding it. That is going to be a slippery job, Chris.
We know it's going to take a bigger truck or a crane or something to get this out. We don't know exactly what happened or how it played out, but you can see only a part of this snowplow. The rest of it underground. That's in New Jersey. Meanwhile, in Boston, facing a huge job again this week. All of this snow. Nearly 8 feet of snow so far this season. And Boston Mayor Marty Walsh says the city's snow removal effort is now at full force.
Yeah, Chris, they're now closing in on the second snowiest season on record thanks to 7 winter storms just in the past month. We are getting ever so close to number 2. We are almost there. We have, of course, it's the 3rd snowiest season on record in Boston. And look how close we are getting, because so far we've had 95.7 inches. The record for second place stands at 96.3, so less than an inch away.
Yeah, 0.6, 0.7 will break the record to make it, or get the number 2 spot.
Right, get to number 2.
But it's still a little ways to get that number 1 spot.
That's right. So we're going to go out right now to Paul Goodloe, who is standing by, and you're saying why not go all the way at this point? Seriously, right?
That's right, Sam. I talked to some people yesterday. I said you have an option.
stop snowing now or go for the #1 record, and all of them said go for the #1 record. If you've been through all this in Boston, at least you have something to show for it. That's why some people want the record in terms of snow. We'll definitely get to #2 with this, but take a look at the big impacts on transportation. You're seeing people still trying to shovel out the MBTA lines here. The subway, basically, the above-ground trains are very hard to run because of all the snow. You can plow it off the roads, but it's hard to plow from the train lines. And get this, they expect the train lines not to be in full service, and the entire bus line as well, until 30 days from now. And they're still getting people, actually paying people $30 an hour to get out there with their bare hands and shovel out those tracks, because in some areas, that's the only way you can dig it out is by hands. So they are doing everything they can to get that through there. So that's a good way to make up some extra change nowadays, is by doing that. But you mentioned the record. We're seeing some light snow right now. This will continue throughout the workday, probably tapering off by the evening rush around 5, 6 o'clock. But we're still talking about maybe a couple of inches here. So easily we'll get to #2 as we head throughout this day. Sam?
Okay, we are heading for #2, Paul. You've got us filled in here. Thank you so much. You don't look quite as cold as you did yesterday either. So.
It was cold for Paul yesterday. Boston, he's talking about that snow that's coming down right now.
Right.
And that is in the forecast.
Yeah.
More snow picking up a little bit later this afternoon.
Half an inch to an inch, we're thinking. So that should get us to second place. How in the world did we get here? Well, it really started. We're going to have had a snow drought forever, starting January 24th with Juneau. And since then, we have just added up. 27th was a huge day. The 2nd of February, Groundhog Day. Remember, we just got clobbered. So all this snow definitely adding up, and we are headed for that first place.
This is a lot of snow at first place is in the sights for sure.
That's right. Winter storm Octavia has left snow and ice-covered roads in its wake, creating hazardous travel conditions, Chris.
And like this, very slippery getting out there. See that car spinning out right here? Whoa. Look out.
Doers. They don't worry if something's possible. They just do it. At Sears Optical, we're committed to bringing them eyewear that works as hard as they do. Right now, buy one pair and get another free. Quality eyewear for doers. Sears Optical.
Fiber One now makes cookies. Find them in the cookie aisle.
It's easy to buy insurance and forget about it. But the more you learn about your coverage, the more gaps you might find. Like how you thought you were covered for this.
Check it out, Mom.
When you're really only covered for this. Or how you figured you're covered for this when you're actually paying for this.
Danger. Warning.
You might be surprised at what's hiding in your coverage. Talk to farmers and get smarter about your insurance.
Danger.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Sir, we're gonna need you on the runway later.
Don't let a severe cold hold you back. Get Theraflu. It has the power of 3 medicines to take on your worst pain and fever, cough, and nasal congestion. Theraflu breaks you free from your toughest cold and flu symptoms, so you never miss a day. Theraflu. Serious power.
For most people, earning cash back ends here at the purchase. But there's a new card in town. Introducing the Citi Double Cash Card. It lets you earn cash back when you buy and again as you pay. That's cash back twice. It's cash back with a side of cash back. The Citi Double Cash Card. The only card that lets you earn cash back twice on every purchase. With 1% when you buy and 1% as you pay. With 2 ways to earn, it makes a lot of other cards seem one-sided.
This is me. This is me 10 years ago.
50 pounds ago. I was overweight for a really long time, and now I'm not.
I'm a Weight Watchers coach. All of us have lost weight with Weight Watchers and are now helping other people do the same.
You can log into your computer or your phone at any time, and you can chat with me.
We understand. We've been there. We're still going through it. You're not alone, and you can do it.
You can definitely do this.
I know you can do it because I did it.
Let's get you feeling awesome.
Join for free and lose 10 pounds on us.
I'm telling you, the winds have really picked up and through here. And there's another one. That's you gotta be kidding me. Wow.
Alltech Roofing, the area's premier roofing company since 1984. We are a family-owned and operated business, and we specialize in roof replacement, repair, and new construction of all roof types. Alltech Roofing is proud to have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau and have received numerous awards for quality and workmanship. Join our legions of satisfied customers today by calling Alltech Roofing for a free quote on any of your roofing needs.
Xfinity sales professionals are always on the go, meeting new people every day. They're helping families get the latest Xfinity products and services. And they're making customers happy. Jumpstart your career with the best sales training in the industry. Great benefits like discounts on your own Xfinity services and the potential for high earnings. Have what it takes? Apply today and see what doors open for you.
52. That's 800-399-2752. 800-399-2752.
This March,
one man's trash
did the work.
Is another man's totally awesome beer can space heater.
Hi. Brainstormers, premiering Sunday, March 22nd, only on the Weather Channel.
Currently in our area, 75 degrees under partly cloudy skies. Today, sun and clouds mixed. A stray shower or thunderstorm is possible. High 85. Tonight, late night thunderstorms. Low 64. Chance of rain 60%. Wednesday, chance of a morning shower. Morning clouds will give way to sunshine for the afternoon. High 68. Here's our 7-day outlook.
This is a sheet of ice. There's like no window here. But what? This is a...
Winter Storm Octavia isn't messing around. This is the ice that accumulated in Palmyra, Tennessee. That's northwest of Nashville.
Yeah, and you can hear there's no window. They rolled the window down and then kicking out the ice, or at least pushing out the ice, breaking it there. And we really appreciate it when you share your videos with us. And it's easy to do, too, here at the Weather Channel. All you have to do in this case is text the word Octavia to 99000, 99000.
And remember to turn that smartphone horizontally before taking that video. It's easier for us to show the whole thing here on the Weather Channel. Well, take a look at this amazing video. This is exactly why we are telling you to stay off the roads if you can, because it is dangerous out there.
Look at this. Whoa, right up to the camera. This happened yesterday in Hampton, Virginia. A news crew, they were out shooting the video here. They were covering the storm, and then this SUV lost control, came within just inches of the camera. The thing is, the crew, they were behind the camera, and fortunately, no one was hurt. And a reporter could have been standing
right there
easily in between that camera and where that SUV ended up.
Scary stuff. Well, once again, here's a look at where our crews are today. And in Virginia, that is where we find Rick Adams. So you can see all of us listed there. Stephanie, Jen, Cantori, and Goodlow, they are all out.
Oh, well, let's go to Rick right now. And Rick, what's the latest there? How are roads going, doing, and what's the weather like? And just generally people's spirits?
Well, people's spirits are lifting like the sun that has come out. It's amazing how much of a difference, of course, the sun makes. And temperatures have really started to go up by just 5 or 6 degrees, and that's made a huge difference to the roads. You can see behind us, if you were watching earlier on, the roads were absolutely covered in snow. And now, after ploughing in this, well, they're starting... Oh, thank you very much. There's the trolley. This is what's cute about this Old Town Alexandria. That goes past every day. And in fact, I should say, this is King Street. This is the real tourist stretch of this area here. And a little bit earlier on, of course, what happens when they plough is they build this deep ridge of snow here, and it's difficult to get through it. So I think you can probably roll a little bit of tape with me trying to help push a car through this whole area, because that's what happens. Look out for that dark and difficult ridge of snow. If you are driving a car, BMWs don't handle this weather quite so well. You might want to stick it down to, say, a small gear, a lower gear, to get through these parts. Otherwise, you'll have me pushing you. What a great service the Weather Channel offers. Not just the weather, but also we can help you with your own car problems. I think here comes somebody right now who might need my help. Over to you, Chris.
All right, Rick, thank you very much. Stay right there. We want to talk about the cold that the D.C. area and Virginia will be dealing with. Let's start off with a look at Washington, D.C. And this is a look at the low expected on Friday, standing since 1896. This is the old record, or the standing record, I should say, 8 degrees. And this is our forecast, 1. So expected to break this record and put that record over here on Friday. That's the forecast. Now, D.C. on Saturday, Rick, we know probably not going to break the record, but getting very close to it. That stands at 1885. But, Rick, you know it's going to be a very cold outbreak. We were talking about records that go back to the 1800s.
That's right, it does, and I think it's only snowed on this day, or yesterday, 12 times since 1871. So it's been, you know, quite a surprise and shock for everybody, but it's at least coming back to normal here in D.C., Chris.
All right, Rick, thank you very much. We appreciate it. Let's go over to Samantha.
Well, you know, Chris, North Carolina is under a state of emergency, and after Winter Storm Octavia brought in a mix of snow and ice and freezing rain to Charlotte, we're going to visit in with Jen Carfagno for the latest next.
I will take beauty into my own hands, where it belongs. Olay Regenerist. It regenerates surface cells. New skin is revealed in only 5 days. Without drastic measures. Stunningly youthful, award-winning skin. Never settle for anything less. The Regenerist collection from the world's #1. Olay, your best beautiful.
I have the worst cold with this runny nose. I better take something.
Dayquil Cold and Flu doesn't treat your runny nose.
Seriously?
Alka-Seltzer Plus Cold and Cough fights your worst cold symptoms plus your runny nose.
Oh, what a relief it is.
Ring, ring. Progresso. I can't believe I'm eating bacon-enriched creamy cheese before my sister's wedding.
Well, it's only 100 calories, so you'll be ready for that dress.
Uh-huh.
You don't love the dress?
I love my sister.
40 flavors, 100 calories or less.
Zantac heartburn alert! Stop! Nexium can take 24 hours to work. Zantac's different. Zantac rushes relief in as little as 30 minutes. For relief without the wait, try Zantac. No pill relieves heartburn faster.
There's nothing more romantic than a spontaneous moment. So why pause to take a pill? And why stop what you're doing to find a bathroom? With Cialis for daily use, you don't have to plan around either. It's the only daily tablet approved to treat erectile dysfunction, so you can be ready anytime the moment is right. Plus, Cialis treats the frustrating urinary symptoms of BPH, like needing to go frequently, day or night. Tell your doctor about all your medical conditions and medicines and ask if your heart is healthy enough for sex. Do not take Cialis if you take nitrates for chest pain, as it may cause an unsafe drop in blood pressure. Do not drink alcohol in excess. Side effects may include headache, upset stomach, delayed backache, or muscle ache. To avoid long-term injury, get medical help right away for an erection lasting more than 4 hours. If you have any sudden decrease or loss in hearing or vision, or any symptoms of an allergic reaction, stop taking Cialis and get medical help right away. Why pause the moment? Ask your doctor about Cialis for daily use. For a free 30-tablet trial, go to Cialis.com.
Huh. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Everybody knows that.
Well, did you know that words really can hurt you?
What?
Jesse, don't go! Jesse, no!
I'm sorry, Daisy, but I'm a loner, and a loner's gotta be alone.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
Let's do a reality check. Kids will be kids. Dogs will be dogs. So let's get some paint that's more than just paint. Made to stand up to this and look beautiful for years. Let's lose the old marks and messes and stop new ones in their tracks. Let's worry-proof our walls. Let's do this. more saving, more doing. That's the power of the Home Depot.
Bear Premium Plus with Easy Clean Finish starting at $25.97 a gallon.
I'm telling you, the winds have really picked up and through here. And there's another one. That's you got to be kidding me. Wow. You can have your $500 million jackpot in Powerball or whatever the heck it was, but I'll take this, baby.
Currently in our area, 75 degrees under partly cloudy skies. Today, sun and clouds mixed. A stray shower or thunderstorm is possible. High 85. Tonight, late night thunderstorms. Low 64. Chance of rain 60%. Wednesday, chance of a morning shower. Morning clouds will give way to sunshine for the afternoon. High 68. Here's our 7-day outlook.
This March,
one man's trash.
This is perfect.
Is another man's wood-powered Jeep gasifier.
Brainstormers, premiering Sunday, March 22nd, only on the Weather Channel.
Ooh, breaking right now, we are watching a developing situation on the roadways from Charlotte to Nashville. Look at a couple of Department of Transportation cameras in each city. And what you're seeing first, it looks like a mess there in Nashville.
It sure does. And that is on Interstate 24, where you just see the service vehicles pulled over trying to help out motorists. And it looks like gridlock. A little better there in Charlotte, where they're on I-77. You can still see, though, that looks like there's a tractor trailer over on the side of the road.
And here's the thing, the cars are moving along fine there on the right-hand side in Charlotte. However, you notice there's still some slush and some snow on those same roads. So if you're distracted when you're driving here, it's easy to kind of drift into some of that ice and some of that slush and then spin out. So even that the treated roads do have dangers around them. And we see, like the result of that here on the right, you can see someone throwing something down onto, they were a moment ago. And that happens oftentimes when you get oil or some other slippery liquid that comes from a car after an accident, they'll throw that down. So dealing with the aftermath of what looks like an accident. Hopefully it's not multiple vehicles, but multiple vehicles are backed up because of the situation here in Nashville.
Absolutely, and they're not going to get above freezing either, as Mike Bettis was talking about earlier. So they're going to stay in the deep, slippery freeze. We do want to thank you for staying with us here on Weather Center Live. I'm Samantha Moore.
And I'm Chris Warren, dealing with some very cold conditions after the latest winter storm. Octavia impacts the south to the mid-Atlantic.
Here's a quick check of what we know as we track Winter Storm Octavia. Governor McCrory has a message for North Carolina. Do not go out on the roads. Black ice is a problem across the state. Weather-related wrecks have killed 1 in North Carolina and 1 in Tennessee. And Amtrak service is on a modified schedule in the Northeast Corridor due to Winter Storm Octavia. Chris?
And that winter storm, Sam, still causing problems at airports across much of the East Coast, including Charlotte. So all the way down in parts of the South, thousands of passengers stuck there overnight. And meteorologist Jen Carfagno is live in Charlotte. And Jen, how are things going now?
I tell you what, Chris, I do want to talk about the airports, but you guys are mentioning the road conditions, so I want to address that. I mean, I think even where they've been able to treat the roads, like on the interstate, you showed 77, I think there's still a lot of icy spots. There's very few people out here, but one guy was just walking on through. He came from 85 up from Concord along 85, and he said it was a mess. It was icy. I mean, look at what I'm dealing with. It is very icy out here. It's slippery everywhere. There has been no melting thanks to the weather, and even where where I think roads have been treated and maybe there's been some melting, temperatures are still in the 20s, so you can get some refreezing. I saw a car in the parking lot trying to just get out of their spot, and they cannot do it. It is that icy out here in the parking lot. Let's talk air travel, though, because, Chris, you mentioned the thousands of passengers. There were about 2,000 passengers that were stuck overnight at the Charlotte airport. Lots of flight cancellations yesterday. It numbered over 500 yesterday with flight cancellations. Today, the number of cancellations is down, but it's still significant, and I've noticed that it's been upticking in about the last hour. We are now up to 157 departures and 176 arrivals canceled in or out of Charlotte today. They've also been running some delays due to the weather here, so there was a ground stop today as well. And Chris, of course, the flights are lined up to de-ice, and the airport says it takes about 8 minutes to de-ice a plane before it leaves, and that's critical because any plane that hasn't taken off anywhere yet today is covered in ice thanks to the freezing rain here overnight.
And Jen, we know that time adds up, plane after plane after plane. Thank you so much for that report. And we want to talk about the cold air that's going to be hanging around for a while in Charlotte. In fact, we're going to have cold air return in Charlotte. This is a look at where there's a record low likely for Charlotte. Now, the record low standing for Thursday was set in 1958, and that was 8 degrees. Here's the forecast, 3. So that should break the record, and the new record low should be that on Thursday. That's for Charlotte on Thursday. Looking at Charlotte on Friday, also expecting to break the record low. This one standing since 1896, so that should fall because the new record low should be 8 degrees. Let's go to Samantha and Mike now, guys.
Okay, if you can call this a lull, we're kind of in a little bit of a lull before the next big thing hits us.
I'd say we're just kind of, we've primed the pump now to set ourselves up for another snowstorm that comes later in the week. It just seems like it's one after another after another. That's how it's happening for us here. I want to show you what happens for us later in the week. We're talking Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, Sam. So we notice there's 2 areas of high pressure. Really, that counterclockwise flow is really filtering down in that cold air. So the cold air will be in place even down through the south. It'll be actually very, very chilly for us. Fresh cold air lingering over a snowpack. It's that Arctic air mass that's just invaded all of the eastern half of the country. But now, by Friday, we throw in a little bit of moisture. Where from? Yeah, the Gulf of Mexico. Cold air and moisture usually mean one thing for us. It usually means a winter storm comes our way. But there are some subtle differences in what the model forecasts are that make this a very, very tricky forecast. So you can see the areas that we're following here. It's really going to be in this corridor, kind of the same locations that Octavia hit. It's going to be the Midwest, maybe across that I-70 corridor. But the GFS model, this is the American model, actually been pretty good this year so far. This is what it's forecasting on Saturday at 8 o'clock. And I want you to focus here on this blue line, okay? That's the freezing line. And everything north of that should be snow. Everything south of that should be rain. Notice St. Louis, Springfield, Cincinnati, Charleston, Washington, D.C., mostly warm, right? Mostly rain. The European model is about 150 miles farther south. It's colder, okay? So now Cincinnati, St. Louis, Springfield, Charleston, and D.C., are we in snow? These are the things that drive us nuts as forecasters, Sam. What are we going to do with the forecast? Here's what we're looking at. Wintry mix across the Mid-South beginning on Friday. St. Louis, for now, we're going snow for you. Nashville, we're going a mix. Sorry about that. And then notice by Saturday, oh, what a mess for us here in the Ohio Valley. It's going to be uncomfortable. It's going to be cold. It's going to be snowy. But stay tuned for the details because once those come into more agreement, then we'll have a better understanding of where exactly the snow and the rain are.
Okay, we're going to be watching it here in Atlanta. That's for sure. We dodged a bullet this time for the most part, but
hopefully we'll next time too.
Hopefully. Chris, back to you.
All right, thanks, guys. And we're still watching the latest winter storm, Octavia, to move out, and it's still making things difficult to get around in New York today. Reagan Medji's been keeping tabs on the trouble spots all morning long. Good morning to you, Reagan.
Well, good morning there. Yeah, Chris, you can see that the snow is still falling. The Department of Sanitation, they are in charge of the plowing, removing the snow. And check out the streets right now. A couple hours makes. The Department of Sanitation has about 2,200 pieces of equipment out. And you can actually track the plows and the progress, which is kind of neat. You look on the ground, this is what people have to walk through and commute through. You got some areas that are treated. But depending upon who you talk to regarding walking through all this, their ideas of what really bad is kind of different.
It's a little slippery, but it's fine. It's fine. It's a lot of fun. You dress warm, it's nice. It's going to work. This is the think time. And you go there and say, okay, what am I going to do? What's ahead of me? It's a good alone time.
Oh yeah, very slippery. We was walking and there was just ice everywhere. just black ice covered by snow. So it was just like, where do you walk, where do you don't walk?
I dodged a bullet. My family's in Boston and they have it worse. So they're all calling me like, how are you guys doing? I'm like, how are you doing?
So we can talk about the cold. We can show you people who are cold. But what about a fountain? This is the park, Bryant Park Fountain here on the corner of 6th Avenue and 42nd Street. And you can see it's been so cold that the fountain froze. But in perspective, I was reading a couple articles and they say this has not happened for a couple of winters now. And I spoke with a lot of people who walk through this area and they're all dumbfounded how this could happen. You see people taking pictures, selfies, and it's attracted so much attention. I go on my Twitter and you can't imagine how many people have retweeted, guys. Back to you.
Very cool stuff. I mean, that is a beautiful art piece now. Well, Middle Tennessee was hard hit by ice from Winter Storm Octavia, and that includes Nashville.
Yes.
Currently in our area, 76 degrees under partly cloudy skies. Today, sun and clouds mixed. A stray shower or thunderstorm is possible. High 85. Tonight, late night thunderstorms. Low 64. Chance of rain 60%. Wednesday, chance of a morning shower. Morning clouds will give way to sunshine for the afternoon. High 68. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Cofaquin's number 5, the sleepless night. Sorry. Robitussin DM Max Night Times dual action liquid instantly soothes your throat and delivers fast, powerful cough relief. Robitussin, don't suffer the consequences.
Robitussin has a dual-action liquid that soothes your throat and relieves your cough.
You get sick, you can't breathe through your nose. Suddenly, you're a mouth breather. A mouth breather. Well, put on a Breathe Right strip and shut your mouth. Cold medicines open your nose over time, but add a Breathe Right strip and pow, it opens your nose up to 38% more. So you can breathe and do the one thing you want to do. Sleep. Add Breathe Right to your cold medicine, shut your mouth, and sleep right. Breathe Right. And look for the calming scent of new Breathe Right lavender in the sleep aisle.
Even if it's your last one, always share the softness of Kleenex, America's #1 tissue.
Good job. Still running in the morning?
Yeah.
Getting your vegetables every day?
When I can.
Could have had a V8. 2 full servings of vegetables for only 50 delicious calories.
Discover card. Hey, so I'm looking at my bill and my FICO credit score is on here.
We give you your FICO score each month for free.
Awesome sauce.
Wow. The only person I know that says that is Lisa.
Julie?
At Discover, we treat you like you'd treat you. Get the IT card and see your FICO credit score.
Don't miss Founders Days at Pep Boys. Get 5 quarts of Castrol conventional oil and a Pure Later Classic filter for just $19.21. Or let the boys do it for you for the same price. And when you buy 3 select tires, you get the 4th free instantly. Trust the boys to get you there.
Average work pants versus a grab-happy grizzly. Duluth Fire Hose work pants versus a grab-happy grizzly. Duluth Trading Fire Hose work pants. Tougher than a grizzly's grope. Get a pair. Only at DuluthTrading.com.
Looks like 20 feet.
At Intel, they have this technology. You can take a picture and measure the distance before you jump.
Intel. This is where it all changes.
Oh, man. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
You're covered, Harry.
You gotta do it like this. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Hey, George. Hey, Jim. State Farm agents are there whenever you need them.
Honda is about to do something remarkable. We've made the rear-view camera a standard safety feature on every single vehicle in our 2015 lineup. Any car, any trim. Because we can all benefit from a better view of the road.
I love my Meta Health Bars because when nutritious tastes this delicious, I don't miss the other stuff.
Meta Health Bars help promote heart health. Experience the Meta effect with our multi-health wellness line.
Who wants pizza roll? This game day, fun harder with Totino's Pizza Rolls and Blasted Crust Rolls.
This is Weather Center Live, and this is a look at how people are clearing off their decks here in Elizabethtown, Kentucky. After 11 inches of snow, and Samantha, it looks like an air blower there. That's
a leaf
fluffy
blower.
light snow.
It sure is. It beats shoveling all that stuff, and all that snow made for rough travel conditions across the state. Good news, no snow in the forecast today there in Kentucky, but snow showers could move in during the overnight hours tonight. So we'd love to see your video of the ways Winter Storm Octavia is affecting you and how you're clearing your walks and your porches. Just text the word Octavia to 99,000.
And when you're using your phone, make sure you turn it horizontally or in landscape mode. That makes the video look the best when we share it on TV. And I want to show you where we have reporters out there doing their best to tell us what's going on TV here. Covering the lingering impacts of Winter Storm Octavia, we have an army of reporters out in the field. You can see the red dots where everyone's stationed.
Yeah, and you can see Ana Ritas Rodriguez is in Nashville, a city paralyzed by dangerous ice and cold this morning. We're going to get an update from her right now. Ana Ritas?
Good morning, Samantha. That's right. This has been a deadly storm for Middle Tennessee, just south of where we are in Nashville. A mother and a son were struck and killed by a semi-truck yesterday while trying to help a driver in an overturned SUV. These are certainly very dangerous conditions here in Tennessee because they're not used to this type of weather, and it's really, really cold. So you have all of this ice falling and freezing and not melting anytime, and salt can only work so much. We are in Music City, Tennessee, downtown Nashville. I just want to show you some of the untreated surfaces here to tell you what people are dealing with. The sidewalks have not been cleared and they're completely under sheets of ice. If you take a look at this trash can, this really does tell the story of how much ice has fallen in downtown Nashville. That's at least a good half an inch, and this is why we have so many power outages, because that's what's on top of power lines, that's what's on top of tree limbs. And Samantha, this is just part of the story. The cold weather that's going to come rushing in, it could break some records.
Yeah, it does look like we're going to have some records come crashing down, Ana Ritas, as we head into the next couple of days, especially towards the end of the work week. So our record low on Thursday was set back in 1958 at 5 degrees. And Thursday's forecast, it looks like we're only going to be at 7 degrees below zero here in Nashville. And as we get into Friday, too, that cold air is just entrenched here. And the record for the date stands at 2, set back in 1885. Friday's forecast, 1 below zero. So everyone really has to take this seriously with this incredible record cold, Ana Ritas.
That's incredible. Imagine if on Thursday we shatter our 142-year-old record. We know that city officials are, I just heard some crashing ice. The sun is melting a lot of the ice, so that's a threat right now and a risk. Another risk is obviously those cold temperatures. City officials are prepared, and they're saying that they're running cold patrols, which are basically police officers who make rounds around the city looking for homeless people who may need a place to stay. So far, no schools here in the area. Government offices are open, but only essential employees are being asked to come in, and public transit has been paralyzed. Hopefully they'll get it back online later today. Back to you guys.
Thank you so much, Ana Ritas. Bring us the latest on this deep, dangerous freeze. Thank you. Chris?
And Samantha, we know it's dangerous on the roads. I want to show you some of the video we've been watching here on the Weather Channel coming into our satellite center. And this is a reminder. Look at this right here. Look at that guy. Coming right at the camera. News crew was out. Look how close it looks like it came to the camera. News crew, they were keeping warm, so they weren't behind the camera. And a reporter easily could have been standing right there. Easily. I mean, think about that. That is some scary stuff. And also, clipping this car right here, scary situation. So this is one of the videos we want to show you. We also want to show you just one of the how cold things can be up on Mount Washington. Look how quickly this is freezing. First, the air is cold, and this looks like metal as well. So you have the metal surface, the very cold air, and you can hear the wind. So it's cold up there. Pouring some water, not boiling water or anything, just your regular water here. You can look at the ice crystals just forming right there. So some amazing video, both fascinating and scary, Samantha, we've been following here at the Weather Channel.
Yeah, absolutely. And dangerous cold temperatures. Thursday's record-shattering cold in Nashville is traveling a long way to get there. We'll tell you where it's coming from coming up.
Sir, we're gonna need you on the runway later.
Don't let a severe cold hold you back. Get Theraflu. It has the power of 3 medicines to take on your worst pain and fever, cough, and nasal congestion. Theraflu breaks you free from your toughest cold and flu symptoms, so you never miss a day. Theraflu, serious power.
Traditionally, Tuesday is pork chop night. But when I take 4 pork chops and sprinkle on a packet of Hidden Valley Ranch, I get something that's anything but traditional. Ranch pork chops.
Hidden Valley it.
We build weather inventions.
Wow, anybody else surprised it actually worked? Mother Nature can absolutely change people. I'm ready to get out of here and create a new track.
This is a tornado emergency.
It was hard to believe weather could do that.
Never seen anything like this in my life.
Current. Today, sun and clouds mixed. A stray shower or thunderstorm is possible. High 85. Tonight, late night thunderstorms. Low 64. Chance of rain 60%. Wednesday, chance of a morning shower. Morning clouds will give way to sunshine for the afternoon. High 68. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Wow, I've been Claritin Clear for 10 days.
When your allergies start, doctors recommend taking 1 non-drowsy Claritin every day during your allergy season for continuous relief.
18 days.
12 days.
24 days of continuous relief. Live Claritin Clear every day.
Next.
Expected wait time, 55 minutes. Your call is important to us. Thank you for your patience.
In the nation, we know how it feels when you aren't treated like a priority. We do things differently.
We'll take care of it.
We put members first.
Thank you.
Join the nation. Nationwide is on your side.
Are you still getting heartburn flare-ups? Time for a new routine. Try Nexium 24-Hour, the latest choice for frequent heartburn. Get complete protection. Nexium Level Protection.
I will take beauty into my own hands. Olay Regenerist. It regenerates surface cells. New skin is revealed in only 5 days without drastic measures. Stunningly youthful, award-winning skin. From the world's #1, Olay, your best beautiful.
So you think all auto glass companies are the same? Well, they're not. When your windshield needs to be replaced, nobody makes it as worry-free as Safelite. First, Safelite emails a photo of the technician, so you know who to expect and how soon.
Right on time.
Safelite's one-of-a-kind True Seal technology places a new glass in perfect position for a strong, reliable bond you can trust.
Oh, that looks cool.
Mom and Dad told us they had just made their funeral and burial pre-arrangements. We thought they already had taken care of that. When we learned it was through Beth Israel and Eternal Light, we knew everything would be handled in the most caring and professional way. We realized it will be one of the most difficult days of our lives. It inspired my husband and me to make our own prearrangements so the burden wouldn't fall on our children when that day comes. It's not an easy thing to think about, but I'm so glad we did.
Hey girl, is it crazy that your soccer trophy is talking to you right now? It kind of is. It's as crazy as you not rolling over your old 401k. Cue the horns. Just harness the confidence it took you to win me and call TD Ameritrade's rollover consultants. They'll help with the hassle by guiding you through the whole process step by step. And they'll even call your old provider. It's easy. Even she could do it.
Whatever, Janet.
For all the confidence you need, TD Ameritrade. You got this.
Experience and commitment to go the distance with you. Call now to request your free decision guide.
This March,
one man's trash
did the work.
is another man's totally awesome beer can space heater.
Hi. Brainstormers, premiering Sunday, March 22nd, only on the Weather Channel.
This looks like a postcard, Chris, coming to us from Miami. It's saying, wish you were here so you could thaw out.
And if you are there here in Miami and you're watching us right now, it's going to be in the lower 80s today. If you're hanging around for a while, some dramatic changes. Temperature's going to drop by about 20 degrees for you in Miami. So this very cold air impacting all the way down to the Sunshine State.
Yeah, just about everybody in the eastern half of the nation is getting a taste of this Siberian air mass, at least by the end of the week anyway.
And so that's exactly what we're going to talk about right now. This is a Siberian air mass. Siberia often gets a reputation for being cold because it is cold. And our air in many parts of the U.S. will come from Siberia in Russia.
All the way over here, and it takes about a week.
And it's taking the polar route, too. It's going the coldest way possible.
Those Russians, darn them! Usually we're blaming Canada, now we're blaming Russia.
Yeah.
And the thing is, it's about 5,000 miles this cold air mass has traveled, guys, and it's traveled over snowpack. So that temperatures, even in the south, haven't modified because of all that cold snowpack that cold air has gone over. It's amazing to see just how far that air has traveled.
Yeah, it's so interesting. It would have moderated except for the snow, right?
Except for the snow. Yeah,
Wow.
it usually does. Usually does. We don't talk about this a lot of times across the south. So let's talk about the snow that we do have now across especially the eastern U.S. There is a ton of it out there. In fact, since Valentine's Day, we have doubled our snowpack across the country. It was 24%. Now it's 50% in just 3 days. We've doubled. Pretty amazing. And you can see that we do have snow clear down here in Georgia and South Carolina, in North Carolina. We've even had some brief accumulation down through Alabama and Mississippi that will be melting. But notice here on the visible satellite, I think there's some interesting things to pick out here for you. First, our front has come on through. Our low basically sits right off the coast here, and the front slides down here. So cold air has really pushed south with that Arctic front. And it looks like there's a whole bunch of cloud cover back in this area, right? Nope, clear skies, tons of snow force on the ground. You can pick it up on the visible satellite right there. That's actually some frozen precip on the ground in Alabama and in Mississippi. Can you believe it? And all this up here in the Ohio Valley is definitely frozen precip. We got snow on the ground right now. So we've got cold Arctic front that's come through, cold surface temperatures because of that snowpack. And then we've got the next thing that comes. So the atmosphere is primed right now. The ground is cold right now. And watch as we fast forward Friday into Saturday this week. We start to develop a little system right in here, and that's going to be a very similar track to what Octavia took. The good news about this, it doesn't spin up then into the next nor'easter. But here's Friday's forecast, wintry mix across the Mid-South that will include Little Rock over toward Nashville. Then the forecast on Saturday may include some wintry precip all the way down through the Deep South, but a mess across the Ohio Valley. And Sunday, not nearly as potent as some of our previous storms. A weaker system on Sunday, but still some snow for the Ohio Valley right into interior Northeast. Maybe not Boston so much this time, guys.
All right, Mike, thank you very much. And we know that the cold can be really painful, take a toll on your body.
Oh, it sure can.
But then your car. Think about your poor car under all that snow.
I know what you're going to find when you finally get the snow off of there. I don't know.
Here's the toll the snow can take on your car.
We all know what extreme cold can do to your body and your mind. But what about your car? What happens when your vehicle is exposed to frigid temperatures and conditions like we've been seeing here in the Northeast and Mid-Atlantic states? Joe Bargman is the Special Projects Director at Popular Mechanics, one of our favorite mags. Joe, good to see you.
Good to see you, Al.
Okay, so, for example, help me with one of these myths. This kind of cold, you start your car. Do you have to sit and let it warm up?
I think it is actually a good idea to let it warm up. Your car relies on lubricants that become very thick and in colder weather, and you need to let them warm up and get your engine going. So it's like stretching when you wake up.
So like a minute, 2 minutes?
Couple of minutes, yeah.
Okay, all right, good. All right, now we are going to go back outside to Stephanie. She had a very good question about folks, especially like in the Boston, New England area, whose cars have been just encased in snow and ice. Steph.
Yeah, Joe, I was sitting next to a woman on the plane up to Boston, and she said she hadn't dug her car out. I think it was like 3 or 4 weeks. She said, forget it, I'm just going to rent a car. So she was concerned, is she getting damage to the car with the salt and the chemicals and just the weight of the snow?
I would say that if the car is there for a very long time, that is a possibility, and that you want to do whatever you can to dig it out, even if it seems extreme. And the first thing you want to do after you dig it out, obviously, is get it washed and clean it very well, because you want to remove as many of those salt and chemicals as you can.
May sound like a broken record, but more snow is on the way for Boston today.
Back in 60.
Currently in our area, 77 degrees under partly cloudy skies. Today, sun and clouds mixed. A stray shower or thunderstorm is possible. High 85. Tonight, late night thunderstorms. Low 64. Chance of rain 60%. Wednesday, chance of a morning shower. Morning clouds will give way to sunshine for the afternoon. High 68. Here's our 7-day outlook.